What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. In today's video, I'm going to share how you can get lean in the next 2 months so you can finish the year strong. New Year's Eve is just 9 weeks away. Now I want you to ask yourself, on New Year's Eve, when you're sharing your New Year's resolutions, will they be the same as they have been during the past several years? Telling yourself that this is finally going to be the year that you get lean. Or will you be celebrating the fact that you actually just got lean, that you are now thriving, living your life to the fullest with confidence, pride, zest, and vitality? The choice is yours. There really is no right or wrong answer. It's whatever suits you best. But I want you to ask yourself how the choice you're making right now in this moment is going to impact the choices you make throughout the rest of the year. So if you decide to put off your fat loss goal until the new year, which is fine, if you are faced with temptations during the next 2 months, are you going to be more likely to give in to those temptations, to overeat, knowing that you're going to be dieting in the next couple of months here? So why not just get this out of the way? And before you know it, you've gained the typical 5 to 10 pounds that most people do during the holiday season. So when you embark on that fat loss journey in the new year, not only do you have to lose the fat that you need to lose right now, but an additional 5 to 10 pounds on top of that. Or if you decide, you know what, I'm going to get lean right now. I want to finish this year strong. And you're faced with these temptations, will you be in a position to make choices where stop, take a deep breath, be true to yourself, and think, what is the best thing for me in this moment? What's going to bring me the greatest pleasure and joy from this experience? And you may gain the greatest joy and pleasure from turning down that alcohol or dessert or whatever treat you are tempted with, or the best decision in that moment to gain the most pleasure and joy from the experience may be to enjoy that treat in moderation. Now, if you made the choice to get lean right now and finish this year strong, the best thing you can do for yourself is build accountability into your lifestyle. Accountability is absolutely huge no matter what time of year you're trying to lose fat, but it's even more important during the holiday season when you know you're going to be faced with more temptations than ever before. I guarantee if you're at a family gathering or a work party and you turn down alcohol or dessert, you're going to hear from more than one person telling you, why don't you just live a little bit? It's the holiday season. You only live once. You can put off losing fat until the new year. Now is the time to enjoy yourself. Have some fun. All these crabs in a bucket who know they're going to be gaining 5 to 10 pounds during the holiday season, they want you to be no different from them. They don't want to kind of feel bad about themselves and the choices that they're making when they see that you're able to enjoy yourself, live your life to the fullest, and not gain any weight during this process and actually lose weight and become the best version of yourself throughout this journey. So it's really important that you surround yourself with some like-minded people and a support team who's got your back. Maybe you've got some coworkers, family members, friends, or gym bros who are also looking to lose some weight during this holiday season. You guys can have each other's back, be there for each other, support each other during those times of temptation. Maybe you're at an event and the food is just looking way too good. You can send out a message to everyone, go, guys, how should I handle this situation? Should I enjoy these treats to the point of satisfaction, or should I brush them off knowing that I've got other events coming up and I want to enjoy those foods as well? Like, what is the best way to handle this situation? Or maybe you're facing some criticism from people telling that you are looking too skinny right now. Why do you want to lose weight? Why don't you just live a little and have fun for tonight and enjoy these holiday festivities? You can have that support system there for you to remind you of why your goal is so important for you to achieve, to remind you that you are doing this so you can live your life to the fullest with confidence, pride, zest, and vitality. It is just short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. So really important to have that support system in place. If you don't have people in person in your life, I highly recommend that you join a support community, something like the Jacked After 40 Club, where there are many other members who are going through a fat loss phase right now, and you guys can learn and grow from each other's experiences. So if another member is faced with a temptation and they handle it triumphantly, you can learn what they did to help them work through it and apply it to any situation that you are faced with that is very similar there. And you can just, again, encourage each other, remind each other of why your goals are important to you. And then the next level, the ultimate level of accountability, would be a coach like myself who would be basically looking over your shoulder the entire time, supporting you every single step of the way. I just had a great experience with a new coaching client, Kevin, who just started the very first day that he started with me, faced with a temptation in the office where the fridge is fully stocked with muffins from Tim Hortons. There's like, normally I would cave into that and indulge, but knowing that I was going to be looking at his food journal, he didn't want me to see, like, the first day working with him, first thing he has for breakfast is a muffin. Not that there's anything bad about having muffins. You can certainly fit muffins into your calorie target for the day, but he just wanted to make the more responsible decision in that moment. He's, again, trying to thrive. He wants to consume foods that are going to allow him to give the best of himself to all that he's doing throughout the day. Just getting into working out after a long period of time, a long layoff there. So again, he wants to fuel his muscles with the best nutrient-rich foods that are going to allow him to get the most out of his training sessions. And again, like some people look at turning down the muffin, come on, it's a muffin. Why not just have the muffin there? But this has been a huge lesson for one of my other coaching clients, Tom, who is faced with temptations every single day, who just shared that in the office, he walked in the other day and there were cinnamon buns there. Tom has lost 20 pounds and he is able to turn down some of these treats on a regular basis, not just because of the accountability that was in place at first, but because of his heightened sense of awareness around how those foods are going to impact him. For a great example of this is like the breakfast cookie was one of his favorite treats that he used to really enjoy, and now he looks at it and it's just not as appealing as it used to be, because he now recognizes that it just makes him feel a little bit more sluggish, not so good about himself when he has it. He'd much rather have a nutrient-rich breakfast to kick off his day, to really fuel his lifestyle. So the accountability started things off, but now he's no longer needs to be accountable to me. It's not about me looking into his food journal and seeing that he had a breakfast cookie. It's him being accountable to himself, doing the responsible thing, being true to himself in those choices that he makes each and every day. So this is really what it's all about, expressing the best version of yourself from moment to moment to moment. That is what Arate is all about. So let's talk about the process of losing fat. Because this is only going to be a 9-week fat loss phase during the months of November and December, you can get away with being a little bit more aggressive with your calorie deficit if you want to, and not run the risk of losing muscle mass throughout the process. Now, my typical recommendation is aiming to lose about 1% of your total body weight per week. So if you are a 200-pound bro, you can lose up to 2 pounds per week and not really run the risk of losing muscle mass throughout the process. But because this is such a short fat loss phase here, you could probably get away with losing about 1.2% of your total body weight per week. So again, 200-pound bro, you'd be aiming to lose up to about 2.4 pounds per week. So a general rule of thumb is if you want to lose 1 pound per week, you would create a 500 calorie deficit. If you want to lose 2 pounds per week, 1,000 calorie deficit. Pound and a half, 750 calorie deficit, you do the math there. And the way to determine that is, first we need to know what your TDEE is, your total daily energy expenditure. That's how many calories you would consume on a daily basis to maintain your weight. So I'm going to include a link down below in the description to a calculator on my website. You will enter your age, height, weight, your activity level, and that's going to give you your TDEE. So if you want to lose 2 pounds per week, you would subtract 1,000 calories from your TDEE. Now, my TDEE is about 2,750 calories. So if I want to lose 1.5 pounds per week, I would subtract 750 calories from that. So I'd be aiming to consume 2,000 calories per day to achieve my fat loss goal. Now, I highly recommend that you track your calories during the next 9 weeks, during the next 2 months here. I know it's a bit of upfront work, but it does get easier and easier, especially if you incorporate more structure into your diet, which I highly recommend to begin with. It makes things a lot more effortless, a lot more mindless for myself personally. I have a breakfast shake each and every day. My second meal is eggs, veggies, a bowl of oats and berries. My third meal is Greek yogurt and berries. So after tracking each of those meals once, I can save them as a meal. And next time I don't have to go searching through all the food items. I just click on my saved meal. Boom, it's like a click of a button and it's right there. And then you have that heightened sense of awareness that, like, after a few days of tracking, you know that after those first 3 meals, if you're having them each and every day, how many calories you're consuming, and it's really the dinner or any of the little snacks that you need to really track of. So it gets a lot easier over time. So I don't want you stressing over it. And again, I think it's a great eye-opening experience. It's an educational experience. You really get to become aware of portion sizes and your satiety levels, how each meal satisfies you, how satisfied you feel at the end of the day when you're consuming, hitting your calorie target there. And I really want, what's really important during this time of year is to plan for these events that we're talking about. So if you know you have a work party coming up or a family gathering coming up, and you do want to indulge a bit, you do want to have some alcohol, you do want to have some dessert, you can fit that into your calorie target. I don't want you just thinking of the daily calorie target. I want you taking a big picture approach and think of your weekly target. So in my scenario where I am aiming for 2,000 calories per day to lose that 1.5 pounds per week, I am thinking more along the lines of 14,000 calories for the week. Now, I do prefer to keep my calories consistent each and every day because it allows me to sustain my energy, my performance in the gym, my appetite. I find if I do have to drop my calories lower than that, it's a good chance that my appetite is going to really shoot up in the upcoming days, maybe even lead to a binge. So I like to keep things sustained as possible. But when I do know there's an event coming up that I do want to enjoy, I can plan for that. I can either try to still hit that 2,000 calorie target for the day. It just means like for that day of, I'm going to have to eat less leading up to that. And again, you got to know yourself. Like if you eat less throughout the day, are going to be more likely to binge because you're so freaking hungry by the time you get to that party or that family gathering. You can't control yourself there. So that's a scenario where you need to know yourself. But again, you don't have to hit that 2,000 calorie target for that day if you're looking at your calories on a weekly basis. Maybe there is going to be some of your favorite treats there. You do want to enjoy yourself. You do want to enjoy that event to the fullest. And maybe you want to give yourself up to 3,000 calories for that day. You just know that you need to make up for that 1,000 extra calories that you ate above your 2,000 calorie target throughout the week. Typically, if you're going to eat that 3,000 calories in that day, you're going to feel not so hungry the following day. So instead of 2,000 calories, you may be able to get away with just 1,700 calories for that day. So there's only a 700 calorie deficit you need to make up there, a difference that you need to make up there. And you can plan that for the days leading up to it. You can eat, instead of 2,000 calories per day leading up to it, you can eat 1,900 calories for the day. So it's not that much of a difference in the 5, 6, 7 days leading up to it, and then eat a little bit less the following day there. So I really want you to plan ahead, knowing those events that you do want to indulge a little bit, whether you want to eat to maintenance level calories or in a little bit of a surplus, or if you do want to try to hit your calorie target. Just know yourself, plan ahead, be prepared. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. And during the holiday season, there's a lot more treats around. I love my Lindor chocolates. I love having hot chocolate too. So you can kind of work those treats into your daily habits as well. And for some people during this holiday season, that may, if you have a little bit of a little treat each day or a few days out of the week, it may make it more likely for you to stick to your diet. So you can work those 2 Lindor chocolates into your calorie target for the day, satisfies your sweet tooth, makes you feel part of the festivities there, and still keep you on track with your calorie target. But you got to pay attention that those 2 Lindor chocolates they're pretty calorie dense, so it's gonna satisfy your taste buds, but not satisfy your hunger so much. So not like if you were to have the same amount of calories in a lean protein or something like that. So those are little things to be aware of. So paying attention to all those things, like maybe the chocolate does help you stick with your diet, or maybe feeling more full and satisfied by incorporating more veggies and lean proteins instead is going to help you stick to the diet. Again, knowing that it's only going to be 9 weeks, why it's so important to you, get it done and over with, short-term sacrifice for long-term gains. Pick and choose those times that are going to suit you best to indulge in the festivities. Again, living your life to the fullest, gaining the most pleasure and joy from the experience. For a lot of us, I find you don't gain as much joy from the experience when you're overeating. If you feel stuffed and overfull, kind of gluttonous, it makes you feel sluggish, like Tom's experience there. Maybe you'll sleep like crap, get acid reflux, and just feel gross overall. So sometimes that's not more joy, that's not more pleasure. You may be better off just enjoying that treat to the point of satisfaction. So all these lessons to learn along the way, which is valuable lessons. I get another client, Don, fairly new client here, been preaching these techniques to him as well, where eating to the point of satisfaction. He was just out of town with a good friend there, went to a restaurant, enjoying a lot of his favorite foods, and just they shared dishes together. So he enjoyed them to the point of satisfaction, didn't overeat, and it didn't interfere with his fat loss goals. He enjoyed. He's, again, savoring every bite. This is a big experience that he's learned, that I've learned, that a lot of my other clients have learned, that when you are enjoying these foods to the point of satisfaction, it's so much easier to eat just to that point of satisfaction if you are savoring every bite and in savoring the company that you're with. Chew your food slowly. A lot of the digestion process takes place there, but really, when you're taking your time, you're in that moment, you're having the conversation, you gain so much more pleasure from that overall experience. When it comes to your active lifestyle, I want you doing things that you absolutely love. Again, it's all about you living your life to the fullest. For myself personally, I love being in the gym 4 or 5 days per week doing weight training. I now love doing yoga 2 to 3 times per week. It makes me feel absolutely incredible. This time of year, I love getting out for hikes in the woods, out in nature. The owls, they're starting to be more active this time of year. They're kind of establishing their territory. It'll be probably about 2 months, month and a half or so before they start mating. So I'm really looking forward to that experience. Again, those are the things that bring great joy to my life. Getting out for walks with my furry homie Chiefy dog. Actually, unseasonably warm weather right now. I got out in the paddleboard the past few days here. The lake is chilly, but the sun is gorgeous. It's in the 70 degrees right now, so we're like more than 10 degrees above seasonal temperatures here. So I am taking full advantage of this, but I know it's not going to be lasting very much longer there. So doing activities that, again, it's not just about right now for fat loss. It's about what I want to do every day, 365 days a year, doing the things that bring great joy to my life, and that's what I want you to focus on as well. Don't do activities just to lose fat. I don't want things to change when you're done this. I want you to continue focusing on just moving your body as much as possible because it brings great joy to your life. Don't do something that you dread just because you think it's going to be better for fat loss. Do things that you love. Just move your body. Again, all about living your life to the fullest with confidence, pride, zest, and vitality. I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some value from it. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your feedback, share your insights. Let me know, are you going to finish this year strong? Are you planning on entering in a fat loss phase to get lean before the new year, or are you going to hold off until the new year? What is your rationale behind that? I would just love to hear your experiences. What is going to suit you best this time of year? And before I go, don't forget to download your free guide to lose fat, get jacked. Have an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.